Mario Kart is without a doubt one of the best video game series ever made. With nearly 3 decades since the first was created, 9 games have followed, ranging in different characters, tracks and vehicles. However, with any video game series, a common question is asked: which game is the best? I've already done a similar video on Super Smash Bros, which you can find on the channel. Unlike Smash Bros, it's going to be a lot tougher to decide on these games. I'm going to be briefly going through every single Mario Kart title, excluding the arcade games, and deciding which one I think is the best. Don't worry, I'm not going to leave you guys with a cop-out answer like last time, because I actually have a favourite game in the series, which I will be revealing at the end of the video. I'm Tom from Nintendo Extremists, and today we're going to be looking at which Mario Kart game is the best. Released in 1992 on the SNES, Super Mario Kart was a great introduction to the series, as this kind of game hadn't really been released before. There are 8 characters to choose from: Mario, Luigi, Peach, Yoshi, Koopa, Toad, Donkey Kong Jr. and Bowser. Out of these characters, only Donkey Kong Jr. hasn't been featured in since, and Koopa Troopa hasn't been in every single game in the series. There are 20 tracks with very imaginative names like Mario Circuit 1 and Donut Plains 3. This game was the first to introduce the infamous Rainbow Road. Now, this game may have been cool back in the 90s, but it's fair to say it hasn't aged too well. With only 8 characters and none available to unlock, it's quite boring. Hell, the only things you can unlock are the Special Cup and 150cc class. Like I said before, a great introduction to the series, but it's amongst the worst in the series nowadays. Released in 1996 on the N64, Mario Kart 64 took a step up from its predecessor 4 years previous. In terms of characters, there are 2 changes. Donkey Kong replaces Donkey Kong Jr. and Wario replaced Koopa. Kamek was supposedly meant to be in the roster, but was cut. The graphics are much better this time, as they are on a 64-bit console. This time, there are only 16 tracks, but they have so much variety, and some are considered the best in the series, with tracks like Toad's Turnpike, Yoshi Valley and Kalimari Desert offering something new that wasn't in the previous game. And of course, Rainbow Road. Since the one in the SNES was so short, the N64 is by far the longest one in the series. It's that long that in the Mario Kart 8 remake, it's divided into 3 sections rather than laps. Mario Kart 64 is considered by some of the best in the series, but is it really? I mean, like Super Mario Kart, it hasn't aged the best, and in terms of actual gameplay, it's not as smooth. Released in 2001 on the Game Boy Advance, Mario Kart Super Circuit went back to the old roots found on the SNES, since it was a handheld console and wouldn't have so much power. The characters are the same as the previous game, but the graphics definitely take a step back. Super Circuit goes back to having 20 tracks and introduces a new cup called the Lightning Cup. The tracks continue having lots of variety. Classics such as Ribbon Road, Shy Guy Beach and Cheese Island have gone down in history as good but really underrated tracks. Aside from this game is just what would happen if Super Mario Kart and Mario Kart 64 had a baby. Released in 2003 on the GameCube, Mario Kart Double Dash brings a bunch of new features to the table and quickly established itself as one of the best in the games in the series at the time. The 8 characters from the previous game return, along with some new faces: Daisy, Birdo, the Baby Bros, Paratrooper, Diddy Kong, Bowser Jr. and Waluigi. Koopa also returns for the first time in 11 years. For the first time, you could unlock characters: Toad and Toadette and Petey Piranha and King Boo. If you couldn't tell by the title, in this game you play with 2 races on one kart. This is a concept that has only been seen in this game, and I'm sure everyone would love to see its return in the future Mario Kart game. The graphics are by far the best that have been seen so far, and still look great to stay. The tracks in this game are also amazing, DK Mountain, Waluigi Stadium and Dizzy Cruiser being amongst these great tracks. Also, every character has a special item which is unique to them and only they can use. Only Petey Piranha and King Boo can use everyone's special item.
Waluigi time!
Released in 2005 on the DS, Mario Kart DS is the second handheld game in the series, but is many steps above Super Circuit. However, there is a decrease in characters, with only the usual 8, Daisy and Waluigi returning. New characters are introduced though, like Diebold and Rob. For the first time, retro tracks are added, doubling the tracks from 16 to 32. Although Nintendo probably chose the most boring retro tracks, this was a neat addition, which has changed the series as we know it today. Some of the new tracks are considered by some, the final band, to be the best of all time, Waluigi Pinball and TikTok Clock being just some. Mario Kart DS also added one of the best items and one of the worst items, the Bullet Bill and the Blooper respectively. Both have remained in every single Mario Kart game, and they show no signs of leaving, if only the Blooper would. Released in 2008 on the Wii, Mario Kart Wii is probably the game in the series that most people under 20 grew up with, including myself. This game added two main features, bikes and tricks. Although the bikes were removed in Mario Kart 7 for whatever reason, both gimmicks have remained in the series until today and are amazing. Doing tricks can allow the user to gain extra speed, and the bikes are life changing. They are honestly just broken in this game. In terms of character rosters, it's the biggest one in the series so far, with 26 characters including 2 Mii outfits, 14 of which require unlocking, and it's the only game which makes it somewhat challenging to unlock them. Some require unlocking expert staff ghosts on time trials, which makes that game more worthwhile. The rest can be unlocked via the traditional method of completing the Grand Prix. Some of the new tracks are fan favourites, Maple Tree Way, Cooper Cape and Mushroom Gorge becoming cult classics. Mario Kart Wii is still being played online by many today. With CTGP, you can play the game online with many hacks to make it an enjoyable experience. This one may be controversial to some, so please stick in with me. Released in 2011 on the 3DS, Mario Kart 7 was the third handheld game, and the first to have a number in the title, which comprehends to what game in the series it is. This game was the first to add gliders and turbines, which are used in the water. There were only 16 characters in this game, with some new characters being added like Wiggler, Honey Queen, and Lakitu. Some people were upset that these characters were add-ins instead of fan favourites like Waluigi, Diddy Kong, and Birdo. However, if you miss Waluigi being in the game, you can play the remake of Waluigi Pinball! That's alright, I guess. Mario Kart 7 also has the best Rainbow Road of all time, and you can also customise your own kart for the first time. Apart from these, this game is a slight downgrade from the 3 games before it, and is probably one more forgettable in the series. The next 2 games are practically the exact same, so I'm going to put them in the same category. Released in 2014 on the Wii U, Mario Kart 8 was the first in the series to have crisp HD graphics. The gimmick in this game, anti-gravity. This allows Nintendo to have more opportunities to make cooler tracks, and also just means that the driver can literally just drive on any platform wherever in hell it is. Speaking of tracks, this game's selection of retro tracks is by far the best, with classics like Music Park, Yoshi Valley and the N64 Rainbow Road returning in a lovely HD. They literally look like completely new stages. Mario Kart 8 was the first game to have DLC in which you could buy. These DLC packs were amazing with new characters like Dry Bowser, Cat Peach and characters from outside Mario, like Link from One Legend of Zelda, and the Animal Crossing characters. And also some more tracks being included. Some more retro tracks came back too, like Neo Bowser City, Ribbon Road and Wario's Gold Mine. There were also some old retro tracks that were recreated, like Baby Park, Yoshi Circuit and SNES Rainbow Road. The battle mode in the Wii U version was disappointing, as it was just ordinary stages made into battle ones. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe fixed these problems. Released in 2017 on the Switch, this game basically just cleaned up the original, with battle mode having its own unique stages. It was almost as if the original battle mode just didn't exist. Some fan favourite characters were returned like Bowser Jr., Dry Bones and King Boo. There's also a new character added, Gold Mario. Why? There's now 5 Marios! Jesus Christ! Mario Kart 8 is home to one of the worst characters ever made, Pink Gold Peach. They really were running out of ideas, weren't they? Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is one of, if not the best games in the series. Released in 2019 for the phone, Mario Kart 2 was the first to be free on an app, but that's as good as it gets. This game follows the pattern of mobile gaming, with many packages you can/need to buy in order to fully complete the game. Also, Luigi originally wasn't even in the game. What the actual hell, Nintendo? Thankfully, he was added in the first update. This game just has a bunch of retro tracks, which sounds good, but once you play the same tracks over and over again, it gets really repetitive. This game could have been done without, but unfortunately, it drags the series down. After looking at the 10 games in the series, it's time to decide my favourite. And my favourite is Mario Kart Wii. I may seem a little biased on this one, but come on, it's Mario Kart Wii. This game offers so much and it actually feels rewarding when completing it. Also, people actually recreated the game on TTGP just so that they can play online. That takes some dedication right there. Some people hate this game because of motion controls. Just use the classic or GameCube controllers then. This game is without a doubt the best in the series, and until Mario Kart 9 comes out, it is my all-time favourite. And there you have it. Which game do you think is the best, and why? Leave a comment and hit that like button if you enjoyed. Also, subscribe if you're new so that you never miss any future content. Thanks guys, and I'll see you next time.